wonder whether there are any moments of high drama in the seemingly boring activity of creating a pathologic classification. How exciting could that ever be? Well, I can think of 3 moments that were reasonably exciting in the 20-year history of the Banff meetings. The first was in 1995, when there was kind of a rebellion amongst the people at the meeting who rose up and demanded that we get rid of the G lesion, glomeruli, which is an inflammatory process in the glomeruli, the filtering unit of the kidney. And I resisted this, and there were consequences. The people who had proposed getting rid of G, when I resisted getting rid of G, they were quite unhappy for the rest of the meeting. They were kind of in a blue funk, and I felt badly about that. But now with 15, 16 years of hindsight, I can see that it was exactly the right thing to do, because now G is one of the most important lesions of the classification. It's crucial to so-called antibody-mediated rejection, that diagnosis, and so it's a very good thing that we kept it and that I held my ground on that. The next moment of high drama came in '97, when there were 2 competing classifications at that time. There was the NIH classification, the CCTT classification, spearheaded by Bob Colvin, and there was the Banff classification, which I was spearheading. And the 2 of us came together to discuss at that meeting, and there were all sorts of bad things that could have happened, but actually what happened was we made a gentleman's agreement to take the best part of both classifications and to merge them, giving us the basic classification that we have today, which is really quite robust. So that was a moment at which things really could have gone quite badly, but it turned out very well, and it was an exciting moment that gave a really positive impetus to the Banff classification. The third exciting moment may not seem very exciting to you, but to me it was, and that has to do with the governance of the Banff consensus classification. So there really have been no rigid rules about governance. We're not a company, we're not a society, they're not board of directors, they're not elections, all that sort of thing. There has really been just the benign guiding hand of myself and Lorraine Rackison this whole 20 years. And so about a year ago we began to consider whether we should change that and make more formal governance. And so we considered all sorts of possibilities for a year, and at the end of the day, we decided to keep things exactly as they are. And to me, that's an exciting outcome, because it kind of confirms the success of the consensus process up until now. And we could provide greater formal rules and more structure in the future, but at the moment we're keeping the fluid structure that we've always had for the past 20 years that works pretty well. So those are the 3 points of high drama that I can think of, and it's been quite a lot of fun, actually, this past 20 years.